Forward Progress, a Chicago Bears podcast with Dan Bernstein and Matt Abaticola on 312 Sports.
We give you Forward Progress here on 312 Sports. It is a Chicago Bears podcast. Those would be your 5-3 Bears. I'm Dan Bernstein. That's Matt Abaticola. We're brought to you by Beer Church Brewing, New Buffalo's brewery pizzeria in a historic church. Wood-fired Neapolitan pizza, small batch, craft beer, brunch every day. Visit beerchurchbrewing.com.
I will.
I know you will.
Thank you.
I know you will. I know you're getting
Thanks for the invite.
Excited to do so. The only problem you're going to have is figuring out what you can, because you're eating 2 meals there, I think is the plan.
Yeah, we're doing dinner Friday and then brunch on Saturday.
Okay. I haven't done brunch, so you're in charge of scouting all the brunch items, and I'm sure that you will be able to taste whatever you want, so have fun there. The trade deadline has come and gone, and the Bears made a small move, and I don't think it's an insignificant one. As we discussed on DBU, that there's symbolic value in telling a team, you're worth it. You're worth swapping a pick. It's not a huge deal. It really isn't. And they didn't decide to throw a bunch of draft picks into chasing this year with any kind of a rental. But the idea that we're going to go outside the organization and we're going to shore up a thin area of the team, we wouldn't bother doing this if we didn't think it was worth it. And it is. We're not just going to elevate somebody from the practice squad. We believe that's the message that's been sent. I think it's a good one.
Yeah, so they swapped the 6th and 7th round pick. They add a body to add some depth, a guy who, statistically speaking, isn't much different than Dayo Odunze, which doesn't say a whole lot for the contract that Ryan Poles brought him in for. But he's young, and he has some years left on him, and as far as NFL life is concerned. And who knows? Who knows what happens, and maybe gets a little bit of a spark, and he adds something to the Bears for the remainder of this season.
And I never mind giving high picks another chance. Something is in there. So there's something that makes somebody a first-round pick, a second-round pick. There's something that, coming out of college, was in there. This goes for every sport. Yeah, you're going to get busts, but there's always something to unlock. There was a time when Kenny Williams did that with the White Sox for a long time, whether it was Matt Thornton, I think Carlos Quentin was another one, of just finding, to this point, underachieving first-rounders. Who was the wide receiver that the Bears brought in from the Patriots a couple of years ago? Also, it was like an ex-receiver, a go-up-and-get-it kind of guy, and it didn't work out. But I always kind of nod at somebody who at one point was a consensus, reasonable first-round pick among all of the NFL teams and all of these scouts who didn't say, like, holy crap, they drafted who in the first round? That if everybody believed it made sense at the time, maybe there's something still in there.
Yeah, and it may not have a significant impact. It could. Maybe he makes some plays. It didn't cost anything great for the future. Actually, didn't cost them anything. You trade 1 round in late round NFL draft, fine. Bears still have their 8 picks as of right now for next year's draft in 2026. But it sends a message that says we're thin. We could have elevated a guy from the practice squad. We could have looked for someone in another practice squad. But we added a body because we are at 8 games through. We're 5-3. We're in the hunt for this division, which is clearly right now the best division in football. And we're in the mix for the NFC playoffs. So let's, instead of being thin and creating more issues, let's bring a body here and see what can happen.
You know what else I like that's going on under Ben Johnson? And I hope there's more possibility to reinforce some of these things. And maybe we're not hearing about it externally. Have you seen the video that was put out of just Rome Odunze blocking from the last game?
I did not.
It's worth looking at because 15 was doing some work. And even though he had 3 targets and no receptions, and we get so caught up in fantasy, and so many people are just looking at lack of production in those skill position categories, it is worth it to watch this supercut of Rome Odunze downfield and outside and getting to his point, not just brush block, not just getting in the way, but engaging. Being an aggressive blocker, not just a willing, I guess I'll do this before I get into my route. But when you start talking about what is seen in the positional rooms, what is seen in front of the whole team, we hear about running backs a lot, about pickups, about knowing their assignments, and about making a pass possible because they impeded a linebacker or impeded a safety, came across the formation and make a block. We don't hear it a lot about workmanlike wide receiver blocking. We'll see it on a screen. We will occasionally see it on a pick play or something like that. But to watch it in the run game, get out there and do it. Good job, Rome Odunze. And if this is the kind of thing, the kind of selfless football that Ben Johnson is teaching, that is getting people on board, and that's an example that can be held up and say, here's what we do and here's what it takes, good on them.
Yeah, and if a team is going to be successful, you have to have that. And the great wide receivers love blocking downfield. They like getting the opportunity to hit, to create open space for a running back or another receiver or a tight end. And yeah, I think he had 3 targets in the Bengals game, didn't have any catches. And it's been a couple weeks now without a touchdown for Rome Odunze. But when you're contributing that way and being part of that team, it's not always about the catches or the touchdowns. Yeah, we can't go many more weeks without those continuing, because you have to have that as your number one guy.
I'm not saying that he's just a blocker.
Yeah, I'm not saying that you did.
Yeah.
But those are elements of the game that you have to have as a number one wide receiver. It's not just about catching the ball, but contributing downfield and making blocks is a huge important part of what a team can do to be successful from a number 1 or number 2 wide receiver.
And I know there are things that are assumed that we know are reinforced at on a team level and in front of everybody, but that's the kind of thing that within Hallis Hall should go a long way as far as weaving together the fabric of trust that builds good football teams.
Yeah, and I'm sure that's not something that goes unnoticed or unpraised within the walls of Hallis Hall.
Good.
I'm sure in the locker room, that's something that Ben Johnson, knowing how he is so much into the detail of each specific play, that he knows that
he won't miss it.
He will not miss it.
Right.
But he will not miss taking the opportunity to praise it as well, and neither will the wide receivers coach in film study, because
Antoine Randall L.
Yes, the Bears. I mean, in his scheme, in his plays, Ben Johnson has an assignment, not only just an assignment and a location for every player on the field at that time to execute something to make this play work, down to the footwork, down to the positioning of their body. So that kind of stuff will never go unnoticed by Ben Johnson.
Good, because it's been.
And that's great. So I'm going to find that. I'll find a clip of it and take a look.
Noticed by Forward Progress. So make sure that the record reflects that we can't get too fantasied out on the quality of play from a wide receiver.
Real quick, only because you just mentioned that. Let's jump down real quick, because when I saw what Darnell Wright did, I had to watch it multiple times.
It's great.
The first time I saw it, I'm like, who is that? Then I was like, no, watch it again. Then I was like, all right, let's watch it a third time, make sure this isn't like AI. That this wasn't generated online somewhere. And it was legitimate, and I was completely blown away. When Darnell Wright is running downfield,
celebrating the Colston Loveland game-winning touchdown,
does a full-out cartwright. A cartwright. He did a cartwright. Oh, Elizabeth, I'm coming again. He elbowed people down the field.
In the face.
He did a full-on cartwheel. Dude, not only did he, and it wasn't like one of those fat guys, my legs are kind of at a 60-degree angle. Dude is straight up and down and nails it.
He was running toward the end zone to celebrate, and somehow was compelled
not to do a cartwright, but a cartwheel.
To fire off a cartwheel.
It was awesome too. I mean, and again, and he's not. He's a big dude, but I'm not going to call him a big fat fatty.
Now I'm thinking, could it be a Ben Cartwright? Could it be a Veronica Cartwright?
Isn't that one of the characters from South Park?
Who?
Cartwright, isn't Cartwright a guy?
Cartman.
Oh, Cartman. Okay, I don't know. I don't watch. But the fact that he nails it,
if Bill Cartwright
is on South Park. Well, is it still going on this year, or are they done? I know you wanted to shut him down.
No, I didn't want to shut him down.
Okay.
It's just they had such a
that shit
chance.
happens. I said Cartwright, but the fact that he nails it though,
it's great.
It's amazing.
And that's not the only selly I want to, as the kids say, selly.
Yeah.
For celebration. I was wondering what the Bears were doing on first downs. That kind of like hand motion.
Yeah.
So
I've noticed it, and I never thought anything of it that had meaning or greater significance to it.
So a lot of people are noticing that it is the Kobe Bryant call for a clear out. It's basically the Kobe Bryant isolation.
Okay.
Like, get out of my way. Just give me. Let me take my guy. Give me room.
All right, so that's the first down celebration.
Apparently,
okay.
That's where we've gotten so far. If it's wrong, and because other people adopted, I think LeBron has used it. Other NBA guys have adopted the Kobe sign. Where Jordan would literally just yell like, "The fuck out of my way!"
No, he would verbally say something.
He'd go over and punch you in the face.
And if you kept coming, he would punch you in the mouth. Right.
Kobe was a little more diplomatic about it and had a specific signifier, and it looks like that's what the Bears are doing. Like, get out of our way.
Okay,
clear out.
All right.
Clear out.
All right.
Clear out. We got this. Clear out.
Yeah, I've noticed it, but never knew that there was a greater meaning to it or what it might be.
I like the fact that NFL teams have organized for debating and adopting their first down celebrations.
Yeah.
It's no different than what's going on in baseball when the guy reaches base and looks back at the dugout and does, a little hand. Everybody's got a thing.
Well, the Cubs were raising the roof. Miguel Amaya. I think he started that.
They've all got a different
before he got hurt
thing that they do to just.
But no, I love the raise the roof though, because my favorite though is Seiya Suzuki when he does it, because he just looks uncomfortable and awkward, and it's like, I know I'm supposed to do it. Yeah,
raising the roof.
Gonna do it anyway. Yeah,
hey, fellow kids!
All right, so we think it's the Kobe Bryant clear out.
So.
Okay,
I think so. Until I hear better,
until you hear otherwise, and that's what we're going with.
Speaking of that play on which Darnell Wright did that little cartwheel or cartwright celebration.
Yep.
Bears tight end Colston Loveland is NFC Offensive Player of the Week. 2 touchdowns, 118 yards receiving in Cincinnati. Can you name the last Bears rookie to be NFC Offensive Player of the Week? If I give you the year?
Well, give me the year.
That would help. 2016.
Yes, I know exactly who it is.
It is?
Bears running back.
Yes.
Jordan Howard.
Very good.
Thank you.
It is Jordan Howard. And he's the first rookie tight end
to ever do it?
To win it since Jeremy Shockey in 2002.
Oh, okay. Not for, but he's the first Bears tight end, yeah?
The first rookie Bears tight end.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
So, but the first tight end to do it since Jeremy Shockey.
The first rookie tight end to do it since Jeremy Shockey.
Do you, without looking off the top of your head, remember his career, Jeremy Shockey? Because wasn't it
injured?
Kind of underwhelming, yes?
Yeah, he came out like gangbusters, and then I believe was dealing with some injuries. He might have been one of these like super peak value guys.
I'm sorry, Giants, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
The Bears' upcoming opponent. That's an
which, by the way, DBU on Friday morning,
yes.
Top 10 Giants of all time. Top 10 Giants of all time. And it's going to be a good one.
Tomorrow's my day to get to work on that.
Oh, dude, the committee, there's about 1,000 names they're going through.
Yeah, Jeremy Shockey ended up having a really good career.
Did he? Okay.
Really good career. He caught 547 passes.
Oh, okay.
And he had 37 touchdowns. If you look at the tight end comps, players with a career of similar quality and shape. His career comps. Wow, look who's number one. Bob Trumpy. Who we talked about yesterday. Riley Odoms, Brent Jones, Charlie Sanders, Frank Wycheck, Steve Jordan, Wesley Walls, Zach Ertz,
nice,
Milton Morin, and Owen Daniels. So just really solid
guy. But I don't know why. You said his name. I immediately thought left something on the table as far as his career. Was it too many injuries? Is that what you said?
Maybe because he began with the Giants. They put him on IR in 2007. They traded him to the Saints in 2008. The Saints released him 3 years later.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I think it was injuries.
Okay. Interesting. All right, I'm going to recap the stuff from yesterday that did take place in the NFL. So, of course, the trade deadline, we know what the Bears did, but just a quick recap of what took place yesterday as the Jets made a lot of moves.
They're playing Madden is what they're doing.
Well, I mean, they're playing for next year, and if I had any confidence in the organization, I would say that's really good what they just put together. So after their moves yesterday of Sauce Gardner to the Colts, they got a first-round pick in 2026, a first-round pick in 2027, and then Adonai Mitchell, wide receiver.
Adonai Mitchell, I think, right?
What is it?
Adonai.
Adonai, is it?
It's
okay.
the Hebrew, one of the Hebrew words for God.
Oh, you're exactly right. It sure is. Adonai. Look at you, Mr.
Well,
Religion.
I better know that one.
If there's anything you know,
well, we can have.
There's a handful of things you know.
There are several words for God. There's Hashem, which is the name, and that's what you would hear in Orthodox communities.
Yeah,
because it's considered insulting to even give God a name. So the Orthodox community just literally says the name or Hashem. And there's also Elohim, which has a different interpretation than Adonai. Yeah.
Yahweh.
So, yes.
Adonai. Adonai Mitchell. Sorry about that there, young man. And then they also traded defensive tackle Quinnen Williams and received a 2026 second-round pick and a 2027 first-round pick.
Now, from what I'm reading, the 27 draft is considered at this point better than the 26 draft.
As far as overall or for quarterbacks?
I
because
think for quarterbacks.
They need a quarterback, unless they're going to ride with Fields for next year as well or try to put something together. But they need a quarterback. If you're looking at quarterbacks, I mean, you got who do you got? You got the kid from Indiana who is probably one or two right now.
Yeah, but does he excite you as a pro? You know, I see.
Well, I mean, are you more excited what the kid from Oregon? More.
Yeah. Yeah.
But so those are probably 1-2 right now.
Well, you got, Ty Simpson. You've got, what is the kid from South Carolina? Sellers.
Lenora Sellers.
Yeah, and I'm not a huge fan of Garrett Nussmeier, but again, and people love. I said John Mateer. Is Arch Manning going to come out? What do people feel?
Oh, dude, he's not ready for NFL football. I don't know. Whatever you think of Arch Manning, but I've seen enough Texas games this year. Because before Vanderbilt and my love for Diego Pavia, I would watch Texas.
Yeah, from what I've seen. The only guy where I was like, like had some oh my god little moments as when you could envision him doing at the NFL level was Dante Moore.
Okay,
but it's early. These are just sort of
no for sure. And as it sits right now, I know we're only 8 or 9 games in through the season, depending on which team you are. The draft order right now sits Saints, Titans, and then the Jets are currently 3.
The Saints are going to give Shuck every chance, right?
So he's a second-round pick from last year. And then, of course, the Titans are good at quarterback. So, the Jets have the chance to jump either one of those teams, obviously, with 9 games to go for their season. But even if, as it sits right now, those two teams are not taking a quarterback, regardless of what you think of the depth of the quarterback right now for the draft. So that's what the Jets did.
Well, look, anytime you can get 3 first-round picks, even if you don't use them all, if
you're going to have 5 picks in the first 2 rounds in the next 2 years.
Boy, Woody Johnson's boys from his second marriage, brick and stick. It's seriously like they're playing Madden.
Brick and bucket. They're gonna
right.
Yeah.
Or is it buck and brick it? I don't. Or brisket and buck. I don't know.
And then the Jets also traded for cornerback Jasir Taylor from the Chargers. The Chargers received offensive lineman Trevor Penning from the Saints for a 6th-round pick. The Cowboys, that's the Quentin Williams. We talked about the Bears. The Seahawks, Rashid Shaheed, wide receiver for a 4th and 5th-round pick. So a 4th round, both next year, 4th and 5th next year. Jaguars received Jacoby Myers from the Raiders for 4th and 6th-round picks next year. We talked about the Cowboys yesterday because that was early on with Logan Wilson and the 7th-round pick from the Bengals. So that's what happened yesterday. Obviously, I think the most significant news is the Jets and what they gave up on defensively. And it's interesting. I was reading the story about the Jets and Darren Mogi, their general manager.
Mm-hmm.
Here's what he said. He said, a watershed moment for the franchise. He traded Sauce Gardner, Quentin Williams. He says, I wouldn't call it a teardown. I don't know what you would call it. I would call that a teardown.
I think, and that's okay to call it a teardown.
Yes. Just don't say that. Don't think people are dumb to not and say, I wouldn't call it a teardown. He says the goal is always to win. Look, these coaches and players work too hard every day, all day, with the goal of winning on Sunday. And that never changes because that's what the fans deserve. That's what the players deserve. That's what the coaches deserve. And that never changes. So he makes those moves, and he says it's not a teardown. Indianapolis kept getting richer and richer in their value, and eventually it was too good to pass up, he says, about the potential trade. You never know how these things are going to unfold, and we always wanted to be in a position to potentially trade these contracts. So now, Garrett Wilson and Sauce Gardner both signed extensions recently before the season.
Mm-hmm.
But they were built in a way with upfront money in case the opportunity came along to trade them. That's how they designed the contracts, which it sounds backwards to me. It sounds misguided. It's like, all right, here's a guy that we're going to invest in. Let's get it all up front.
It's like a prenup.
So we have an opportunity, if it works out, to get something great to come along. We'll trade these guys. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't sound right. It doesn't jive.
I'm not sure the message it sends the player. Like, that's what I wonder. From a team perspective, the flexibility is great.
Right.
I mean, you always want the why not have the flexibility? There's no real downside to it. I just wonder from a player's perspective, unless there is something in there that converts some money to guarantees. Like, there could be. Why would a player agree to that necessarily?
Well, a lot more money up front. So the Jets weren't actively seeking to trade Gardner. They structured his contract in a way that would make him tradable. A manageable amount upfront money with rolling guarantees. Yep, wide receiver Garrett Wilson, 4-year, 130, has the same type of extensions fashioned the same way. So, so there's rolling guarantees, but it's structured in a way that makes him tradable. Like, why have that in a guy you want to invest in and say, unless it's just I'm reading it the wrong way and it's strictly business.
Maybe it's just administrative and you're getting both. Because the thing about this league is, one twisted ankle or the smallest things can create big changes to a career trajectory. And sometimes you move a coach, you get a new system, and guys are different fits. I just never think there's a downside to flexibility as long as that there's an understanding with the player that here's what you're getting for allowing us this flexibility. It's sort of like why the Cubs didn't exercise the option on Shota.
Yeah.
They're like, look, we like you, but we don't like a no trade on you for $60 million for the next 3 years. Yeah. We don't like it that much. These are hard calls sometimes.
Yeah, no, you're right, and it's a good explanation of it. It just doesn't sit well with me for some reason as a fan. I don't know.
Well, I know football is obviously different.
A huge business, and I get it, but
in football, I never begrudge a player for wanting more money up front.
Oh, 100%.
Get everything where you can get it,
as much as you can. And if they want to guarantee the whole thing, then God bless you. Get after it.
I guarantee that you and yours are going to have a fabulous time this weekend at Beer Church in New Buffalo, Michigan. and it doesn't really take long to get there. That's why New Buffalo is great. And this time of year, it's always gorgeous in Southwest Michigan. I've always loved it there. And no matter where you're going in Southwest Michigan, even if New Buffalo isn't your destination, New Buffalo should be a stop. And if you're with the kids, you're always looking for a reason to stop. And there's when you see this church here, this Civil War era church,
can't wait.
You can go worship everything they have there, particularly the pizza. And it's so much fun just to look through what they call their hymnal and their slogan: drink, eat, repent, repeat. You want to learn how to make pizza? Go have a pizza making party there year round. Groups up to 300, or if it's just you and your friends, call them up or check it out online. Just Google Beer Church Pizza School, and you can book a private class, beerchurchbrewing.com, and you will learn everything about real Italian Napolitan pizza, about how to stretch the dough and when to remove it from, how to place it in the wood fire oven, because it matters. They're pizzaiolos. They know exactly where to put everything based on how much heat, where it turns, when the crust just kind of starts to bubble. I've done it. And it's an absolute blast. But their small batch craft brewed beers can pair up with everything that you want there. And it's not just pizza. They have great sandwiches and salads and all of their apps. You should try what they call their communion bread and the drinks, the shots. If you want to have yourself a night, enjoy. And like I said, great for kids. Great to watch games. There is a huge patio where it's open year-round, heated. Everywhere you look, there's a game on, and you can hang out. You could spend all day drinking, noshing, just hanging out at the wonderful space that is Beer Church Brewing in New Buffalo. Go to beerchurchbrewing.com.
I saw an article talking about the recap of the NFL games this past weekend from Sports Illustrated. Do you know, Dan, how many missed tackles did Jordan Battle have in the Bengals game?
Okay, can I ask first? Tackle stats are often compiled by the individual teams. Did this come from an objective source watching film?
Yes.
Okay. So this is like a PFF.
This is not from the Bengals.
Not team set. How many did Jordan Battle himself miss?
Yes.
7.
No.
Higher?
Yes.
9.
No.
10.
No.
12.
Nope.
15.
Yes.
No way.
Yes.
There is no way one person missed 15 tackles. There's no way.
I can recount at least 4 right now.
I can too. That's not 15.
I know it's not. But they had him down as 15 missed tackles.
That's get out of my building.
This is what Jordan Battle had to say on Monday. He's meeting the media at the Bengals facility. So this is the day after the game, and this is Jordan Battle.
I hope the question was, what the hell is wrong with you?
Oh, just listen.
Just got to wrap up, call. We got a good call. Guys missed a line before the snap, and then obviously when he catches the ball, just wrap up, make the time, get him on the ground, and force him to, kick a field goal. The kicker wasn't kicking good, so he probably would have missed it. More of a secure tackle, instead of just trying to lay the big hit without wrapping up, just secure the tackle and get him down.
Would you say he was misaligned? Would you say he was misaligned?
You said what?
Did you say he was misaligned?
I said it was probably some misalignment issues, before the snap. I didn't say me. I said just from the team perspective, from the front to the back, misalignments, and then just like I said, executing when he does catch the ball, just going down and get him on the ground, force him to kick a field goal.
So that specifically was about the Colston Loveland play.
I didn't say me. There was misalignment.
Well, it wasn't me. Is the team.
Okay.
So he first says that it's a good call. Wow. But then they're misaligned.
Uh-huh.
No, not me. I wasn't misaligned. And then he's the guy who bounces off of Loveland. And he says there, I got to wrap up instead of trying to deliver the big hit.
You didn't have time to wrap up because you were rolling. You were
Yes.
you were somersaulting in the opposite direction
Right.
like a tumbleweed.
Yeah, it looked like he got tumbleweed out of a car.
The problem there was misalignment.
Just got to wrap up. Call. We got a good call.
Good call.
Guys missing line before the snap.
Guys were missing line.
And then obviously when he catches the ball, just wrap up, make the tackle, get him on the ground. And force him to kick a field goal. The kicker wasn't kicking good, so he probably would have missed.
Probably would have missed.
More of a secure tackle. Instead of just trying to lay the big hit without wrapping up. Just secure the tackle and get him down.
The
Would you
kicker
say he was
wasn't.
misaligned? Would you say he was misaligned?
He would have missed.
You said what?
Did you say he was misaligned? Or-
I said it was probably some misalignment issues, before the snap. I didn't say me. I said just from the
didn't say
team
me.
perspective, from the front to the back.
Okay, Jordan, I hear
misalignments, and then just like I said, executing when he does catch the ball, just going down and get him on the ground, force him to kick a field goal.
A safety can't miss 15 tackles. I don't believe that.
Okay.
I don't believe that. I would really there's no way. I'm sorry. There is no way an NFL safety in one game missed 15 tackles.
And they had 19 more missed tackles going into that game than the next worst team in the NFL.
But how do you not bench that guy? How is that not below replacement level? How can you not just send somebody out there? 15 people should run into you and fall down accidentally.
I don't know how you or how other people watch games, okay? And I watch the ball, and there's certain things just given coaching kids, like what things I'm watching more than others, and I have to train myself to watch offensive line or defensive line movement. I'm watching other things. I don't watch defensive guys on other teams and missing tackles. I don't.
You're watching the guy on the Bears.
I've never noticed a guy more than I noticed Jordan Battle in that game against the Bengals. Like, to a point during that game day where I said, who is number 27? It was that. It was such a it was
That
so
egregious?
so egregious, yes, that I noticed it, and I don't notice that. I'm more noticing what the Bears guys are doing. I don't ever notice other guys on the other team not doing their jobs. Not as much as I noticed it. So
It's
much
hard to
that I
do.
had to look up who is 27
And what is he doing?
and why is he on the field.
Yes.
So it was that bad.
Well, doesn't Al Golden say?
Oh, he looked like he was
doesn't he
ready
go
to
over
take a nap.
and whisper to somebody next to him? Do we have anyone else who plays safety?
Like, I was waiting for someone to hand Al Golden a big thing of tapioca pudding. Here
Really?
you go, coach. It's time. All right.
Oh,
And here's the crossword.
but
No offense. Here's a big bowl of tapioca pudding.
Whoa, what do you mean? Here's the crossword.
I'm just saying. I
what
said
did you
no
say?
offense. I said no offense. I just said, Coach, here's your crossword. Here's your tapioca pudding.
Young people can't do crosswords.
Here's your. Well, they can.
Are you saying people bad at their jobs?
They
do
can, but
crosswords?
young people
Here's a
generally don't.
crossword?
Just like young people don't pull a muscle in their neck brushing their teeth. Okay?
Yeah,
So you
congrats
take
on
that.
that.
You take that, mister.
Congrats on that. I guessed sneeze.
No, I was brushing my teeth.
Oh, wait till you get it. Yeah. That'll teach you dental hygiene.
I know, I'm done.
You're done.
I'm going to get those ones you can just pull out
Meanwhile,
and soak overnight.
I am not allowed to floss with the bathroom door open.
Too noisy?
Yes.
Or, okay.
Yeah. Beth says that something. Maybe I have a giant.
What
mouth.
do you do?
I don't know. She says I'm the loudest flosser. I don't know. I'm getting good reports from the dentist when it comes to my
You're okay.
periodontal health.
You're okay though. If she's concerned about the flossing, it's when you're breathing too loud that she gets irritated that you might have an issue.
Stop breathing.
Right. Stop breathing.
Yeah. It just she says that I am I guess that 26 years of marriage. These are the kinds of things you deal with that being too loud a flosser.
Yeah.
Is if that's my biggest issue, I guess I'm doing okay.
Yeah, and Jordan Battle did say that the kicker would have missed because he wasn't kicking very good.
Make the tackle, get him on the ground, and force him to,
where's
kick
it
a
at here?
field goal. The kicker wasn't kicking good, so he probably would have missed it.
Yep.
All right.
The kicker wasn't kicking good, so he probably would have missed it.
Okay.
More of a
Yeah.
Gotcha, Jordan. Thank you.
There you go. So that's Jordan Battle.
All right. Sometimes you do notice stuff, and it's funny that the way you describe that when we talk about somebody jumping off the tape, when you watch college games, sometimes you're there to watch a certain player, and you start seeing someone else.
Yeah.
I like that. I always pay attention to that. If I'm watching a quarterback, I'm like, this wide receiver is always getting separation. Or this guy is that is a little sports thing that I really like. When somebody is good enough and you're conscious of it. When you're aware enough as a viewer or as a critic to say, all right, I'm going to look up this number. This guy's earned a little bit further research. That's a cool little sports thing to have happen.
Yeah, and it's generally a good thing.
It should be.
It should be, but not in this case. Like, seriously, I stopped myself, pulled up my phone, and I was like, all right, I got to look up this guy. Who is number 27 on the Bengals? There's one thing, though, that I'll never miss anymore.
What?
Is having a good breakfast, and it's because of my friends at Huel. You shouldn't miss breakfast. If you do it like I do, I was regularly just not eating breakfast, generally not hungry in the morning, or it's like now I'm like getting up and I'm getting a shower and I'm getting out the door and I'm getting on the train and I'm getting downtown. Just find I don't have the time to do it, but now I do because I have a new breakfast routine, and it all starts with Huel and their ready-to-drink meals. Each container has 35 grams of protein, 27 vitamins and minerals, and 6 grams of fiber. It is such an easy way for me to start my day, and the best part, they taste amazing. Huel Complete ready-to-drink meals are gluten-free, and there are no artificial sweeteners. They're available in strawberry banana, chocolate peanut butter, and then what I had this morning, iced coffee, which was delicious. I can't decide which one's my favorite, but I do keep reaching for that chocolate peanut butter one, but I wanted to try them all, so I had the iced coffee this morning. Huel also helps me with my midday pickup with their blueberry, apple, and peach-flavored daily greens drinks, which is what I'm having right now. So this is what I'm having right now right here. This is it. That's the one. Let's see if I get it around here. See that right there?
Can I taste it?
You can taste it. This is the apple, cucumber, and mint. Apple, cucumber, mint.
That's right up my alley.
Yeah. So you think greens drink, like it's going to be, it's going to taste like outdoors or grass or, not good. It's right?
That's really good.
Isn't it great?
Yeah.
Finish that one. I got a whole bunch.
There's an earthy, that must be the lion's mane mushroom.
Yes, sir. Isn't that good?
Yeah, it is.
Well, you should start.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'll start sharing those with you.
Oh,
Yeah, when I said the other day that you can't touch those, I decided
really...
that I should share them with you. So,
Mm.
so I want you to have some.
Mm.
So what Dan's drinking right there, that's the daily greens drink, and I was blown away by the taste, just like Dan was. I was never a guy going for the green drink, but I love the Huel Daily Greens. They're full of vitamins, minerals, superfoods, electrolytes, and antioxidants. They're developed by registered nutritionists and dietitians with only 25 calories. They have 4 grams of fiber and only 1 gram of sugar. And here's some big news just this month.
Vegan, non-GMO, gluten-free. That's really good.
Yeah, isn't it great?
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. I was a little skeptical because, like a daily greens. I've had green juices before, and it's not my thing. I just don't really enjoy the taste too much. So I'm like, all right, I'll give these a whirl, and it was so good. So if you notice, I don't have my other stuff anymore. I'm drinking those now during the day.
Can I really have the rest of this?
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
So good news, though, big news, too. Huel has launched into Target stores nationwide just this month. Huel makes healthy eating simple, so you can try both products, the ready-to-drink meals and daily greens, with 15% off your purchase for new customers with my exclusive code DBU at Huel.com/DBU. That's HUEL.com/DBU for 15% off your order. Use my code, fill out the post-checkout survey to help support the show. That's Huel.com/DBU. And if you notice, I said broth products.
I know you did.
I said broth.
I was waiting.
I said broth.
I
I want to know who started first grambling. That was a great one.
You didn't respond when I said
Riverboat Grambling.
Grambling. Let's go Gramble.
Let's go Gramble. And here's my favorite machine. It always pays out. You put in paper.
One of paper, and you get 4 of coin. Jack Pratt.
That's the one. Jack Pratt.
I know this is not necessarily apropos of Forward Progress, but can I just note what crossed in my timeline?
Yes.
I mentioned on DBU what a great job Zach Zaidman did as the Bulls broadcaster last night, and I was wondering, where's Chuck? Where's Chuck? Where's Chuck Swirsky? And everybody said it was a family.
What up, Chuck?
It was a family thing, but he missed it. I hope everything's okay. Chuck Swirsky just posted on his Twitter a picture of him at the Vatican.
Oh,
handing Pope Leo a Bulls jersey.
No.
That says Pope Leo on it.
No.
And it says, an incredible day at the Vatican, presenting Chicago's very own Pope Leo with an authentic, iconic Chicago Bulls jersey. It was a moment I'll never forget. I'm truly blessed to have this opportunity. I appreciate the Bulls for allowing me to miss a game. Eating rim in Vatican City.
Wait, where is it? It's under his?
It's at CTS Bulls. And there's a picture on the Pope's actual Twitter account at Pontifex. Hey, big Bulls fan. Hey, Bob, check this out.
Oh my God.
It's the Pope. He's getting a Bulls jersey.
That's amazing.
Pope Leo 14.
Wow. Now, he better wear that sometime. He can put that over his stuff, right?
How about that he gave him a Modest Buzelis number, too? How about that? Wow. How about that? Number 14.
Well, isn't he Leo the 14th?
I know, but it
Isn't
ends.
he?
So can you name all the Bulls 14s here?
God, no.
All right.
Oh, is Buzelis 14?
Yeah. Malcolm Hill,
That
Wayne
is-
Selden.
Dude, that's insane.
You know who else wore this? Craig Hodges, DJ Augustine, Daquan Cook, the great Tate Armstrong, Matt Gukas.
Chuck Swirsky handed
Ray.
the Pope a Bulls jersey.
Oh,
All right. Well, now I have a new assignment for you.
eating rim in Rome.
Now I have a new assignment
Eating
for you.
Rome.
I need you to get to the Vatican and give Pope Leo a 312 3/4 zip.
Quarters. Oh, those are hot. Those are hot. Give Bob from Dalton his 312.
God, that's amazing. Holy
Hey.
crap.
I got this for you. What do you think?
That's awesome.
Hey, Pope,
Wow.
Your Holiness. This is a DJ Augustine, number
Wow.
14.
That's
Like-
really cool.
Just like Saint Augustine.
Very cool. And having just been at the Vatican, what a treat. Good for him, man. That's awesome.
Isn't it?
That's so cool.
Sorry, I'm sorry to derail
No,
everything.
it's fine. He gave the Pope a Bulls jersey.
I know he did. It's only
Okay.
cool if he's got to wear it every day.
Wait,
Got to wear it every day.
is this Bob's first Bulls jersey?
Yes.
I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say that he's
You
had.
think he had an Artist Gilmore?
I think he's had a Bulls jersey before.
I don't think so.
I do.
I think it's his first.
All right, we'll have to find out.
I think it's his first.
We'll have to get a special Vatican
He might
reporter.
have had like a Bad Boy Pistons jersey or something.
Maybe we could send someone to the Vatican as a special reporter.
He was probably too cool to have a Bull. He probably had like an original Penny Hardaway or something.
I don't know. I think he had a Bulls jersey. I think he had a Jordan jersey.
Awesome.
I think he had a Jordan jersey for sure.
So happy to be here representing the Chicago Bulls.
All right, well, that wraps up Forward Progress for today. What a great way to end it. Chuck Swirsky giving the Pope a Bulls jersey. That's great. That's great. All right, well, thanks for jumping in today. Again, thanks for being with us yesterday, too. If you jumped in on our special live breaking Bears news trade deadline episode we did. We threw together and people jumped in
We didn't know what to do.
Yeah,
that was like, hey, let's, you want to hit the go live? Yeah.
Thanks for doing that. Thanks for jumping in with us. Remember, Bears Giants this weekend. I know we have a couple more shows this week. We have a Giants reporter lined up for our show Friday, so we'll get a little inside look on the Giants as we get ready for Bears Giants on Sunday and our live post-game show on Forward Progress. Make sure you subscribe to all of the 312 Sports shows. So that's Dan Bernstein Unfiltered, Forward Progress, and Organizations Win Championships. They all have their own YouTube page. Go to them, subscribe, click on the little bell icon so you get the alerts when we do go live in the middle of a day, because you never know. It may happen again. You want to be here for it. So he's Bernstein. I'm Abaticola. This is Forward Progress on 312 Sports.
10, 219, 219.
Forward Progress, a Chicago Bears podcast with Dan Bernstein and Matt Abaticola on 312 Sports.